Well, up next on CBC this past summer, Winnipegger Jasmin Laine received the type of phone call that people dread. It was someone calling to inform her that her close friend, Marshall Brandt, had died. As she puts it, he lost his mental health battle and died by suicide. But to honor him, she's created a sweater. It reads, "You got this." It's something that officially comes out on Friday, with proceeds going to the Canadian Association for Suicide Prevention. And Jasmine joins us in studio to talk about this. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Thank you. You never really get over it, but I'm grateful that there's something good coming out of this.
I just wonder if you wouldn't mind sharing with listeners a little bit about Marshall and what he was like.
Oh my goodness. Marshall was such a beautiful soul. He was so unbelievably creative, very funny. But unfortunately, and we were together for about 8 years together in a relationship, and then an additional 2 years just kind of being best friends and trying to deal with life outside of each other. And he was the best. I don't know. He was my best friend. One of the last things that I said to him ever was how I miss my best bud. And he was just amazing. But he always really struggled with being able to see that side of him. It's something I often say when you're depressed. Depression is a lie. It lies to you so that it can pull you in and become the only thing that you ever focus on. And I saw that a lot with him.
What's your hope with the actual campaign?
With the actual campaign, the awareness spread, I'm hoping obviously will speak to a lot of people. It's been shocking already, the amount of people that have reached out. You got this. It's an encouraging word for somebody behind you. You know, human beings nowadays, we tend to not pay as much attention to each other as we should. We tend to be a lot more focused on ourselves, which is terrible in my opinion. And I've seen the repercussions of that. So it's a nice message that you can give to somebody behind you without even having to talk to them. And they know that you are an advocate by wearing this. And then it says, "I got this" on the front of the shirt, as well as a reminder to yourself. And I'm hoping just as a whole, we really want to just create a community of people, because it's so easy to be silent. It's so easy to keep on moving forward in your life when there are so many people that are really struggling around you who are afraid to ask for help.
So can you show us your tattoo?
Yeah, I have one right here, actually. I got this a few months prior to his passing, because he and I used to say "you got this" to each other all the time.
Where can people get them? What's the best place if someone's listening?
The best place would probably be online, just because that's easier to do. You can do that at heymattandco.com. And of course, we will be in store at Hey Matt & Co. They're just located inside of Kildonan Place Mall by the big new fancy entrance where the Marshalls and Home Sense is.
Let's talk about the portion of the proceeds going to the Canadian Association for Suicide Prevention. Beyond the message, why was that critical for you?
They have so many incredible resources for people, especially for grieving families and friends of somebody who has taken their life. CASP for us was really easy, because there were so many of their resources in the months following Marshall's death that I used, and I found them to be incredibly helpful.
So before you go this morning, what will you remember most, or maybe what do you miss most about your friend?
Everything is not a good enough answer. Honestly, we were just best friends. Like, he was my best friend. And I don't think that I'll ever find somebody again that I just click with so much like him. And I know that, towards the end there, we couldn't be together. It wasn't healthy for us to be together in a relationship anymore. But he's my forever best friend. And I'll always miss that, because I'll never find somebody like him again.
You're doing a beautiful thing in his honor, Jasmine.
Thank you. Sorry for crying.
It's okay. It's okay. All the emotions welcome. It's important work, and it's an important message to get out. Thank you for sharing your friend's story and a piece of your life story with us as well. Leave us once again with a link, a phone number, the name.